Good afternoon. This is Akashvani and I am Valsa Williams with the Midday News. The headlines. President Droupadi Murmu says agriculture is key to India's goal of becoming a developed nation by 2047. Stresses on the use of latest technology for sustainable farming. Senior BJP leader Devendra Fadnavis to take oath for the third time as Maharashtra Chief Minister this evening. Russian President Putin lauds Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led government for creating stable conditions for small and medium-sized enterprises through Make in India. ISRO begins countdown for the launch of European Space Agency's Proba 3 mission satellites from Sriharikota this afternoon. French government falls after losing a no-confidence vote. President Emmanuel Macron to address the nation today. And in women's cricket, India have set a target of 101 runs against hosts Australia in first ODI of three-match series in Brisbane. President Droupadi Murmu today said agriculture is key to India's goal of becoming a developed nation by 2047. She highlighted India's potential to further boost agricultural production due to its favourable climate, skilled workforce, fertile land and advanced technologies. President Murmu was speaking at the 40th convocation ceremony of Odisha University of Agriculture and Technology in Bhubaneswar today. The President called upon agricultural scientists to develop new strategies to protect farmers from challenges like natural disasters, climate change and misuse of resources. She emphasized using the latest technologies such as drones, remote sensing, artificial intelligence and nanotech to support agriculture. She stressed the need to focus on soil health, environmental conservation and resource management. On the occasion, the President congratulated girls for outperforming boys in receiving the gold medals at the convocation.
I am happy to know that our girls have outnumbered our boys in receiving gold medals. My special congratulations to the girls for their outstanding achievement.
President Murmu will inaugurate the Bhubaneswar Judicial Court Complex this afternoon. She reached Bhubaneswar on Tuesday on a 5-day visit to her home state, Odisha. The Lok Sabha was adjourned till 2 p.m. following ruckus by the opposition over certain allegations made by BJP MP Nishikant Dubey against top Congress leaders, as well as on the issue of the Sambhal violence in Uttar Pradesh. During the 0 hour, Mr. Dubey, while citing a report by a French publication, said such forces are trying to derail the Indian Parliament and the country's economy. He alleged that Congress leaders, including Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi and some other opposition leaders, post such reports on their social media handles. On the other hand, the members from the Congress, DMK and others created uproar in the House on the issue of alleged bribery charges against a prominent business group and on the Sambhal violence. As the ruckus continued in the House, the Speaker adjourned it till 2 p.m. Earlier in the Rajya Sabha as well, the issue of a report by a French publication was raised. During the 0 hour, BJP MP Sudhanshu Trivedi raised the issue alleging suspicious attacks on national interest from abroad. He said in the last 3 years, whenever the Parliament session takes place, such reports appear. As Mr. Trivedi raised the issue, Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar said it is a serious matter and allowed him to speak beyond the stipulated time. The opposition members objected to the decision. The chairman assured opposition members that they will also be allowed to speak. As a noisy scene prevailed, the chairman adjourned the House till 12 noon. Opposition MPs today staged a protest march in Parliament House over the issue of alleged bribery charges against a prominent business group. Leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, joined the protest along with other MPs of the Congress as well as leaders of DMK, RJD and others. While raising slogans, they were demanding a JPC probe into the matter. Meanwhile, Union Minister Giriraj Singh has hit out at the opposition for its protest in Parliament House. Talking to media outside Parliament, Mr. Singh termed it as drama. Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju has slammed the opposition over its protest in Parliament House complex. Talking to the media, Mr. Rijiju said The opposition parties, instead of speaking inside the House, are doing what he called drama outside Parliament.
Parliament House is for debate and discussion. And they are running around the Parliament House wearing colourful dresses. Today, some of our MPs raised very important issue regarding some of the design which were orchestrated by some group outside India and attacking on the sovereignty and the interests of the India's unity and integrity. And these are very serious matters. And these people are talking about some other irrelevant issues which is not connected with the government of India.
India today said its policy towards Palestine has been long-standing and it has always supported a negotiated two-state solution towards establishment of a sovereign, independent and viable state of Palestine within secure and recognized borders, living side by side in peace with Israel. This was stated by External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar in a written reply in the Rajya Sabha today. Dr. Jaishankar said New Delhi remains concerned at the security situation and has called for a ceasefire, release of all hostages and peaceful resolution of conflict through dialogue and diplomacy. Senior BJP leader Devendra Fadnavis will be sworn in as Chief Minister of Maharashtra for the third time this evening. The BJP-led Mahayuti coalition has registered a landslide victory, securing 230 out of 288 seats in the recently held assembly polls. The coalition comprises BJP, Shiv Sena and Nationalist Congress Party. Our Mumbai correspondent has filed this report.
Devendra Fadnavis is set to become the 31st Chief Minister of Maharashtra and start his third term on the post. A grand swearing-in ceremony has been organized at Mumbai's Azad Maidan, where Maharashtra Governor C.P. Radhakrishnan will administer the oath of office and secrecy to Devendra Fadnavis and other cabinet ministers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, senior union ministers, governors, chief ministers of NDA-ruled states, party officials and leaders of Mahayuti are scheduled to attend the ceremony. Elaborate arrangements are being made for the swearing-in ceremony as a large number of attendees are expected. Ahead of the swearing-in today, Devendra Fadnavis visited Siddhivinayak temple and took darshan of Lord Ganpati. He also had darshan of Mumba Devi. Ankita Apte, Akashvani News, Mumbai.
In Jharkhand, the Council of Ministers of the Hemant Soren-led government took oaths today. Governor Santosh Kumar Gangwar administered the oath of office in secrecy to the ministers at a function at Raj Bhavan in Ranchi. A total of 11 ministers were inducted into the new state cabinet. Jharkhand Mukti Morcha has 6 ministers, Congress 4, and 1 minister will be from the Rashtriya Janata Dal (RJD). Jharkhand Mukti Morcha leader Hemant Soren was sworn in as the Chief Minister of Jharkhand in Ranchi last week. The India bloc, comprising JMM, Congress and RJD, secured 56 seats in the 81-member Jharkhand Assembly. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download News on AIR app. Welcome back to the Midday News. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today said that India does not want to simply be a consumer market for other economies. Addressing Bharat at 100 Summit in New Delhi on the theme of fueling Bharat's global rise, Dr. Jaishankar said global conglomerates and industries are coming to India not just for its market, but also its talent. Talking about imports from Russia, the minister said the European nation is a trusted partner for natural resources that India lacks. Russian President Vladimir Putin has lauded the Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led central government for its efforts in creating stable conditions for small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, in India. Addressing an investment forum in Moscow yesterday, Mr. Putin highlighted India's economic initiatives, particularly the Make in India initiative, while drawing its similarities with Russia's import substitution program. President Putin noted that India's leadership focused on a policy of prioritizing its interests and expressed Russia's readiness to establish manufacturing operations in India. Bhutan's King Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuk and Queen Jetsun Pema Wangchuk reached New Delhi this morning on a 2-day visit to India. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar received them at the airport. During the visit, the King of Bhutan will meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Dr. Jaishankar and senior officials of the government will also call on the King of Bhutan. The Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO has commenced the countdown for the launch of the European Space Agency's Proba 3 spacecraft this afternoon. The PSLV C-59 launch vehicle will carry the Proba 3 mission satellites into a highly elliptical orbit at 4:04 p.m. Indian Standard Time from the Satish Dhawan Space Centre in Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh. It is an ambitious space venture aimed at studying the sun's corona. This mission had originally been planned for yesterday but was postponed due to an anomaly detected in the Proba 3 spacecraft. More from our correspondent.
Proba 3 is an in-orbit demonstration mission of the European Space Agency. This is a dedicated commercial mission of New Space India Limited, the commercial arm of ISRO. Proba 3 consists of 2 spacecrafts which will be launched together in a stacked configuration. The mission will demonstrate new technologies for precise satellite positioning, formation flying, acquisition and proximity operations. The 2 satellites, coronagraph spacecraft and occulter spacecraft, will be aligned at a 150-degree distance to allow continuous observation of the sun's faint corona for scientific research. Sudhindra, Akashvani News, Bengaluru.
The French government has collapsed after losing a no-confidence vote, thrusting the Eurozone's second-largest economy further into political crisis. Lawmakers of both left and right wings joined forces to oust Prime Minister Michel Barnier's government. With this, Michel Barnier became the first Prime Minister to be ousted by Parliament in over 6 decades. Mr. Barnier is likely to tender his resignation and that of his government to President Emmanuel Macron today, making his minority government's tenure the shortest lived in France's Fifth Republic beginning in 1958. President Macron is also scheduled to address the nation this evening. Railways Minister Ashwini Vaishnav today inspected a newly built road-cum-rail vehicle at the New Delhi railway station premises. Talking to media, Mr. Vaishnav said this rail machinery is a new innovation built after detailed discussions with railway employees and supervisors on modernizing the motor trolley facility.
मोटर ट्रॉली की व्यवस्था कई दशकों पुरानी है, उसमें मॉडर्नाइजेशन कैसे किया जाए, इस पे रेलवे के सभी कर्मचारियों के साथ, सुपरवाइजर्स के साथ काफी डिटेल्ड चर्चा हुई। उस डिटेल्ड चर्चा से निकला कि हमें एक रोड कम रेल व्हीकल बनाना चाहिए और एक नए तरीके से ट्रैक का इंस्पेक्शन हो, वो एक इनोवेशन किया गया है।
The train services on Delhi Metro's Blue Line are running at a restricted speed today due to a reported theft and damage to Metro's signalling cables. As a result, trains are being regulated in this section, resulting in the bunching of trains and some delay in services. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today extended best wishes and congratulated the people of Nagaland on the completion of 25 years of the Hornbill Festival. In a social media post, Mr. Modi recalled that he has fond memories from his visit to this festival a few years ago and urged citizens to visit and experience the vibrancy of Naga culture. In women's cricket, hosts Australia defeated India by 5 wickets in the first one-day international of a 3-match series in Brisbane. Opting to bat first, the visitors were bowled out for 100 runs in just 34.2 overs. Chasing a modest target of 101, Australia reached the total comfortably in just 16.2 overs. Domestic benchmark equity indices were trading higher in afternoon trade today. The 30-share BSE Sensex surged 654 points to 81,610 and NSE Nifty 50 rose 172 points to 24,639 when reports last came in. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. President Droupadi Murmu says agriculture is key to India's goal of becoming a developed nation by 2047, stresses on the use of latest technology for sustainable farming. Senior BJP leader Devendra Fadnavis to take oath for the 3rd time as Maharashtra Chief Minister this evening. Russian President Putin lauds Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led government for creating stable conditions for small and medium-sized enterprises through Make in India. ISRO begins countdown for the launch of European Space Agency's Proba 3 mission satellites from Sriharikota this afternoon. French government falls after losing a no-confidence vote. President Emmanuel Macron to address the nation today. And in women's cricket, hosts Australia beat India by 5 wickets in first ODI of 3-match series in Brisbane. And with that, we end the midday news.